Hi everyone, welcome to Center of Balance Live. I'm Phua from Center of Balance, the acupuncturist. Now, today our topic is about female infertility treatment. Female infertility treatment. Now, yesterday morning we talked about female infertility treatment number 1. Now, today we're going to talk about female infertility number 2. Number 1 is all about Western medicines. Number 2 is all about Chinese medicine and acupuncture. Now, I know acupuncture become more and more popular in Western world, and particularly in fertility. More people recognize that acupuncture help in fertility case. And now today we're going to talk about how acupuncture or Chinese medicine work for female infertility, and how acupuncture and Chinese herbs can regulate your hormone, and how acupuncture and Chinese medicine will regulate your menstruations. Okay, now if you are on this watching this live video, please give me a thumbs up and say hello to me. Hi Veronica, how are you? Good morning. And Inka, how are you? Thank you. And Eric, how are you? Now if you're a practitioner today and you're watching this today, and then I'm going to show you some acupressure point. Not acupressure point, this is acupuncture strategy, and we're going to talk about treatment of acupuncture to treat infertility cases. I'm going to give you some strategy, right? If you're patient, you can, understand what we actually use the acupuncture to treat infertility and what the theory behind it. Okay, so this is more important strategy for practitioner, but it is always also important for a patient too. Why is that? Because you understand what the theory behind the acupuncture. So I'll try my best to explain the best that I could to you. So it's important to know about what causes infertility, and and what sort of treatment option that we have. And one of the biggest things that will come to treatment is acupuncture and Chinese medicine. This is what I'm good about it. I'm good at because I'm an fertility acupuncturist, and we've been treating infertility cases for the last 13, 14 years. And we treat female infertility and male infertility, and every cases are different. We treat it individually, but they are similar, and therefore I create a lot of different strategy. Okay, we work on strategy. Okay, we're not just talking about acupuncture points, 1 or 2 points. It's not going to help. You will come stuck in some way. You can't get any further. Okay, we talk about strategy, and the strategy. Okay, and the strategy is not just treatment. So I may disappointed you if I just, because I won't tell you about by just doing acupuncture or Chinese herbs, we can regulate your period, and we can get rid of your endometriosis, fibroid, or PCOS, and then you get conceived quickly. This is not what it is when it comes to infertility, when it comes to any disease. And more of the strategy of treatment plan is acupuncture is just one of the Chinese medicine, just one of the part of the treatment plan. Okay, treatment strategy, and Then we need to talk about lifestyle change. What is lifestyle change? When it comes to infertility, no alcohol, no caffeine. You see, uh, diet, plant-based diet, it's important. Uh, stress, stress management is important. So those are the treatment strategy that we need to look at. And when you look at those, in acupuncture and Chinese herbs, or Western medicines and supplement, okay, and exercise, those are the treatment plan strategies. And then it comes to all of this, right? We're going to focus on acupuncture treatment and Chinese medicine today. Then in the acupuncture treatment strategy, we'll talk about the strategy in acupuncture and Chinese medicines. Then what sort of strategy point, a combination of point A, B, C, D, those points should we try on those patients? Is cupping good, moxibustion, all this thing. Okay, all this thing. All right. When it comes to treatment in acupuncture, we're going to talk about acupuncture, moxibustion, including moxibustion. In Chinese medicine, we call 针灸. 针灸 is two things. But when it comes to Western in English, and we talk about acupuncture. Acupuncture just 针. It hasn't talked about 灸, right? It hasn't talked about 灸. 灸is moxibustion. So in Chinese we call 针灸, acupuncture and moxibustion. And I want to tell you that moxibustion can help infertility a lot. It can benefit infertility treatment a lot. Okay, so don't forget about moxibustion, right? Okay, how does acupuncture help? Simple. We'll repeat this again and again and many others live video as well. When it comes to treatment, we always want to remind you this is how acupuncture works. So acupuncture works on two things. We call qi and blood. Okay. Acupuncture general qi, acupuncture general blood. Okay. I better turn it on again. It was too hot and then I turn it down the heater and it become cold and cold again. It's still dark out there. I get up at 6 o'clock. Every morning we get at 6 o'clock and me and my wife get together and watch something valuable for us, for our life. Then we discuss a bit and then have a shower and then come and start the live video. Kickstart our live. So yes, we are very early bird person. Okay. So blood, we all know about blood. If you don't know about blood, cut yourself. Bleeding, you see it. Or we heard when we hurt ourselves, we see blood. Okay. In Western medicine, we talk about blood a lot. So the blood in Western medicine and Chinese medicine, we have a similar idea. We all know we're on the same page. But when it comes to energy, qi, C-H-I, we call qi, or Q-I. It's two different pronunciation. One pronunciation, but two different pinyin, C-H-I, qi, or Q-I, qi. So those two represent qi. What is qi? Qi is energy. Simply understand as energy. Okay. Then when it comes to energy, we talk about yin and yang. What's yin and yang? Yin and yang. We heard a lot about yin and yang, so we need to talk about the yin and yang, a little bit of idea. Yin is something that you can. It's a comparison. Without yin, there's no yang. Without yang, there's no yin. Okay. With this thing, the color is darker, that's yin. You can't see any color here, that's yang. Okay. The bright is yang, the dark is yin. Okay. The top is yang, the bottom is yin. Okay. Left side is yang, right side is yin. Okay. Man is yang, woman's yin. Okay. So between qi and blood's yin, qi is yang. Okay. Things that is powerful, that got energy, that is invisible. Okay. That is yang, and things that you can see it, you can touch it, that's yin. Okay. It can form to certain things, that's yin. Okay, but it's always come with yin and yang comparisons. Okay, without yin or without yang, there's nothing. Right. So when you talk yin, you know the other side is yang. When you talk yang, the other side is yin. Okay. Something that is invisible, we can't see it, but we can feel it. That normally is yang. Okay, let me think of, if this is your hand. Oh, if this is your hand, and I grab your hand, now you can see my hand, right? The hand is in. You can see the muscle moving my hand. My hand is in. Compared with what? The power that you feel from me when I grab you, and that's yang. You can't see the power, but you know how hard I press on it, right? And that's the yang. The energy. I see the light right now, but if I turn on the switch, the light will turn on, right? So the power, can we see the power? We can't see the power. We can see the light. So the power is yang. Okay. Can you see the wind? The wind blow, you can't see it, but you can feel the wind. You can, through the leaf that moving, you can see the wind, and that's wind is yang. Okay. But if you talk about wind from different direction, and that is yin wind and yang wind, and that's too much. We're not gonna talk about this. Just for you to understand what's yin and yang in here. Okay. So talk about qi. You can't see qi, so qi is invisible, and you can't see blood. Blood is invisible, so you can see blood. Blood is actually yin, yang is the qi. Okay, simple. Now acupuncture, in acupuncture textbook, a lot of people talk about yin and yang. They talk about acupuncture. They say, well, acupuncture only general blood, but in the textbook it talk about one of the reasons that people don't want to talk about qi is because in Western education they don't understand about qi. Qi is a new idea, but for me it's different. I want to talk about qi and blood because that's what it is in the textbook, in the Phua Ltd. If you don't introduce your patient about qi is, and you mislead them about qi is qi. So acupuncture only work for blood, not about qi. Some practitioner acupuncturists talk about, no, don't tell your patient about qi because you confuse your patient. But I'm the opposite. I'm the opposite. I want to tell my patient qi. I'm thinking that the people that couldn't understand qi is because they don't know how to explain it well. Okay. So through what I've just explained to you, I hope you have an idea about qi. Okay. And what is qi? We know qi is the wind, right? That's qi. Oxygen is qi. You can't see oxygen is a type of qi, right? You breathe in. Do you know what you breathe in? If you don't have knowledge, you still breathe in the qi. You still breathe in the oxygen, but you don't know what is oxygen. Right? Now, because we study, we know we breathe in qi. Qi is oxygen. Okay. Qi, oxygen is one type of qi. Okay. So acupuncture can generate blood and qi, both things. Now, okay, let's talk about when acupuncture generates blood. What does blood do with you? Can you go without blood in your health to keep you alive? You can't go without blood, right? So acupuncture generates blood. First idea. Can you go without oxygen? Can you stop breathing? For a while, yes, but not for long. Not for long. So acupuncture generates qi as well, oxygen. Just understand it's oxygen at the moment, and it's simple, right? Oxygen. When blood go to all your skin, eyes, ears, organs, muscle, tendons, joints, bone, to do what? What is actually supporting your life is the blood, right? The blood circulation. So what is in the blood that actually help you heal? The blood got nutrient and oxygen. Am I right? Nutrient and oxygen. Okay. When you got nutrient in the blood and oxygen, it support you to be alive and it support your body to heal. Does it make sense? I try to make sense in here because this is important. This is Chinese medicine. This is how it works in acupuncture and Chinese medicine. It's so simple. It works on blood and qi. The qi you can understand at the moment, simply understand as oxygen. Right? Does it make sense? Okay. Now, if it makes sense, please let me know if it actually makes sense to you. Okay. Now, so we have different organs. We talk about organs, and different organ has its own qi and blood. It's on oxygen and blood. Right? So we talk about organ function. Organ function can't go without the organ, qi, and blood. Okay, so when the actual organ, when it have full of qi and blood, the oxygen and blood, then the meridian. You see the meridian here. There are all those lines of meridian, and this is the stomach meridian, spleen meridian, which means the stomach connect to the stomach meridian. So if the stomach has functions good and got qi and blood in it, then the meridian will flow, the blood circulation of the meridian will flow freely. It's good. Okay, do you understand it? Does it make sense to you? This is simple way to understand acupuncture, the theory behind it. Now we know blood and oxygen support our life and to help us heal. And all meridian and the organ as well, they need blood and oxygen. Then the meridian connect to the entire body, and in the end it connect to the in the inside connect to actual organs. So the actual organs function well, and it push the blood to the meridian and connect to the entire body. Right? This is how we keep you alive and heal your body. But normally I told my patient, a simply acupuncture needle into your body, there's no drugs in the acupuncture needles, but how can it heal your body? I'm sorry, acupuncture can't heal you. How are you gonna question me now? Now you talk about acupuncture, benefit of acupuncture, and help a lot of disease in Chinese medicine, and now you tell me that acupuncture can heal me. It doesn't make sense, right? Yes, it does make sense. Acupuncture is try to generate the blood flow and the oxygen flow and to help the organ function better. When the organ function better, the energy, which is the oxygen and the blood, will be able to flow from the organs to the through the meridian that is connected to the entire body. Then is the blood and the oxygen heal your body, not the acupuncture. So acupuncture is through the blood circulation and qi circulation to your entire body to heal you. Does it make sense to you? Because the acupuncture hasn't got any drugs in it, any herbs in it. Acupuncture is trying to stimulate the body to get the body more blood flow, to get the function better. Therefore, your body will heal through providing more circulation of nutrient in it and the oxygen in it. So where the oxygen come from? Lung. Where the nutrient come from? What you eat. That's why when it comes to infertility treatment, eating, the quality of your food is important. You don't eat junk food, you don't get alcohol, you don't get caffeine. Does that make sense? Okay. Now, this is a simple theory of it. Now, let's talk about acupuncture strategy. Do you guys understand that if you're acupuncturist in here, doesn't make sense to you? This is how I explain to my patient. And that makes sense because they understand about blood, they don't understand about chi, energy, right? They don't know about it, but they don't know about yin yang, but they know about oxygen. They have an idea of oxygen, right? They have an idea of oxygen. So we talk about chi, we talk about energy, and the oxygen. The oxygen. Because we all know about oxygen, and we know oxygen help us heal. Now, in reproductive system, we talk about when women have period, before period have PMS, and one of the PMS sign is moody, emotional, right? Moody and emotional. Then I want to tell you something in here. Moody, emotional. We talk about emotional energy. You can't see the change of. You can see the change of emotional, right? People upset, you can tell it, and they get frustrated, you can tell it. But can you see the change? You can't see the change. Where it come from, and they couldn't tell it. It's because the hormone changed. Now, think about it. If I needle you, I can make you calm down. Which needle acupuncture has been proved that produce endorphin. And endorphin is 10 times powerful than morphine to decrease pain. That's why acupuncture can treat period pain. It can help endometriosis, that pain causing from endometriosis. It can calm you down. When it comes to infertility treatment, it's so stressful. So acupuncture calm you down, help your body produce endorphin, and that's calm you down and decrease the pain, right? So acupuncture point. And here we're going to talk about acupuncture point. This is one of the strategy called OBGYN. OBGYN means all the woman health that you can use, that including infertility. This is Dr. Tan's magical aid for OBGYN. And how to use it? Okay, I'm hoping that you can see it clearly over here. Okay, you need a pen, you need a paper. You need to write the point down. I'm gonna name it to you. Hi Nina, how are you? Thank you for coming out. Okay. The first one, this is the right side, okay? This is the right side, left side, left side, left side, okay? The first point of it is here, small intestine 4 and 1. You need to write down, small intestine 4 and 1. You need that as well. Okay, small intestine over here, 4-in-1, last mutation 4-in-1. On the right side, last mutation 4-in-1. And on the leg, spleen 1-4 and kidney 1-4. You see, kidney 1-4, spleen 1-4. Kidney 1-4, spleen 1-4. Okay. Then what else? They come to the left side, heart 3-7, pericardium 6-9. Heart 3-7, pericardium 6-9. GB 34-41, stomach 42-45. GB 34-41, stomach 45 and 42. Okay, so those are the points that are good for infertility treatment. Okay, why using this point? So this point, don't just focus on the point, because the points actually from Bagua, going to Bagua and conversion, meridian conversion to get those points. Okay, the more important thing is the meridian. It covers the meridian. Cover what meridian? Spleen, kidney. You're gonna treat kidney, you treat kidney meridian. Spleen, digestion. So it covers the digestion. It covers the kidney, control the hormone, right? It covers what else? It covers GB. GB can balance emotion, right? GB. It covers stomach as well. Stomach and spleen cover the nutrition, the function. So to balance the stomach and spleen, you can get the nutrient properly, absorb the nutrient properly. Okay, so the function of stomach and spleen are important. Okay, and when it comes to stress, not sleeping well, heart and pericardium are very good for it. Heart and pericardium are very good for it. Oh, sorry. I talk about small intestine, right? It should be 三焦 4-1. 4-1, not small intestine. It should be 三焦 with the on the right side. Because in the back I see is small intestine. It's actually 三焦 1-4, not small intestine. 三焦 1-4 and last intestine 1-4. Okay. So those are the strategy point that Dr. Tan give us. And 三焦 is control all the water. And 三焦 can help bowel motion. And 三焦 also related to the kidney yang, the energy in kidney. And a lot of people have that cold symptom. Then you need to needle 三焦 as well. Okay, so this is important, one of strategy. This strategy can use for OBGYN. Okay. And not OBGYN. PCOS. This strategy can use for PCOS. This strategy can use for fibroid. This strategy can use for endometriosis. Okay, but this is the strategy point that I just gave you is not the only strategy. There are others too. Okay, it can treat all the infertility, but in some cases, the other strategy may be better. You can add on the other strategy. What strategy you can add on? When it comes to fibroid, a lot of pain, and you want to pass the fibroid, 八疗 point. 八疗 over here. 八疗, 上疗, 中疗, 次疗, 八疗. I don't know about the code of the English, but I know in Chinese. Okay, over here on the second, those are very good points for fibroid. Yes, in my experience, strong stimulation that will help the fibroid. Okay. And of course, a benefit from PCOS as well as um, endometriosis. Now, out and the pelvic infection or any kidney infection, bladder infection, UTI. Okay, it's beneficial for it, but I would definitely use it for fibroid. But using this, a lot of other things, it may be just good enough. But in fibroid, I definitely do this. And there's been severe endometriosis, I'll add on this as well. Why is that? Because it's very strong for blood moving for this area, for the uterus. Okay. As soon as the needle here, tummy pain in here will disappear. Okay. So keep in mind there, fibroid, I definitely use that. Especially when they have, I get the patient with a fibroid, they come in before period, 1 or 2 days late to period, and while period, you still needle them. Okay. Now, this is about acupuncture point. What else? Let me think. You can use the same point. You can add on 12 magical point as well. When you add on 12 magical point, you don't know what point to choose. The other meridian you can put on, because when patients come in, they have digestion problem, they have pain, and they're actually involved with a lot of meridians, 6 meridian. Then you can add on small intestine in here. You can add on um, uh, uh, what's it? Lung meridian in here, and liver meridian in here, and this UB meridian in here. You can add on those meridian, no problem at all. And if it's pain, use image for them. Use image to choose the point. Not necessarily you need to do conversion as well as those. As long as you needle all this meridian, you don't have to choose the same point. But if you don't know how to choose the point that I just provide to you. Okay, they will work well for you, but in some cases, you want to change the point. On top of this point, you can do image. Put on image. Put on image. Okay, to target the pain. Over here, it's very good for target for uterus. It's more painful. Use thin needles and ask the patient to cough twice, continually cough 2 or 3 times on snip. Hard, do hard, quick, and needle. With the needle, and that's one of the skill that insert needle skill that without pain. Okay, don't use the thick needle and long needle in here. No, it's so painful. The patient won't bear. Use the thin needle and it will work. It works just fine. Okay. What else? If it's bleeding a lot, you can do 百会, 四神冲, and 印堂, help patient to calm down. Okay, you can do 安眠 point or ear 神门, help patient to calm down. If they're not sleeping well, you want to be relaxed, which is most of the patient in infertility cases, you want to relax them. Add on those points. And you can also add on 血海 over here, which I use a lot for nourishing the blood, and I using it a lot on a spleen meridian, nourishing the blood and move the blood. 血海 is very good point as well. Okay. What else? With back pain, treat back pain as well. When it comes PMS, this will work as well. This strategy will help the hormone as well. So one strategy cover everything. Okay, you can use that. My other strategy, if you're a practitioner, you want to know that my other strategy, apart from this, I use pose a lot to determine the diagnose. And according to the diagnose, sometimes I don't use that much point. I only use 6 needles or 2 needles. 6 or 2 needles. And where do I get the confidence for that? because of pose. I take the pose, I know which one I need to focus on, I just put 1 or 2 needle and I take the pose again, the pose become balanced. I know I'm right, I don't have to put more needles. But I generally use 6 needles to balance the organs. So 2 needles normally treat 1 organ, 1 needle, 1 meridian, 1 needles. And I use 6 needles which are to target 6 different organs. Okay, when it comes to fertility, it still works. With this, what is the short side of this? What is the short side of this? We need to understand different strategy point, the good of it, the short side of it. If you don't know how to use pose, I recommend you use this. This will work very well. Okay, and if it comes to other things, then you based on this strategy point, you add on more needles. Okay, now if you're like me, you know how to do the pose, you're confident, you have a way to check whether the needle is working or not, then use less needles. You don't need to use that much needles to cover everything. So I take the pose, I find out, oh, this is a weak kidney function, which the hormone is not good, and the patient feel cold. Right? I just put 2 needles, probably bladder and kidney, or sanjiao and pericardium. Sanjiao, pericardium can balance the kidney as well. One is kidney in, one is kidney yang. So 2 different things. And kidney water, kidney fire, different things. When it's kidney fire, I need sanjiao and pericardium. It was kidney weak, right? On the pose of chi, left chi of the female pose, and so weak. So I needed those 2 points. I check it again. The chi point will be that side is the left side of it was there, and after needle, the pose actually come up to here. What I mean come out when I put my 2 finger in there to feel the pose, and I feel this pose first, but I can't feel this. It's supposed to when I feel this pose, that pose to be feeling it too, so it's even. But as I keep going, oh, I start feel this pose. What does it mean? This side, in my right side, my right hand, but actually patient left side. So patient left chi is weak. So I needle it. And if the pose after needling and or while the retention of the needle, sorry, I got itchy nose. I have things when I go for live video, I got a lot itchy nose. I think probably a nervous thing. I don't know why, but so, and even in the Chinese medicines, okay. So I always touch my nose because it's itchy. I think it's psychologist thing. And me, if you look at my touch my nose, you just laugh. Hey, just laugh. I'm making some funny thing for you. Then you allow to laugh, no problem. You see my touch my nose, it's itchy. It's itchy. I don't know why it's itchy. But in general time when I work, when I see my patient or in front of the computer, I don't touch my nose. I just realize this. But if you go through all my video, you see I keep touching my nose because it's itchy. Now get back to here. Okay, here. So you see the pose is this, yeah, this way. This imbalance, it should be balanced. Okay. Then I needle it. When I test the pose came back to that. This is what I'm talking about. Then I know it's working. Then I don't need to more needles. Okay. So based on symptom as well. Sometimes I needle it, the pose can be balanced, but the symptom's still there. According to Phua Ltd, don't worry. When they go back, they feel better. You have some case, right? You treat pain, you needle it, the patient say, oh, just so, it's not so effective. But when they go home, the next day they feel much better. Afterward effect, as in acupuncture. Phua Ltd say, as long as the pulse balance, don't worry. When they go home, they feel better. Right. So if you know, so The reason that I do pulse because I want to know whether I have a way to check my needle whether they are working or not. If you haven't, if you don't know about pulse, you need to learn pulse. Okay. I know when it comes to balance method acupuncture, we don't talk about pulse a lot because when an easy way to follow when the symptoms are obvious, you put needle in, it's gone. You don't have to check the pulse. But when it comes to infertility, you want the pulse. You can do that, no problem, but you're not sure whether it works or not. You check the pulse. All my practitioners in my clinic, I train them. They all use pulse. They all use pulse. They must know pulse because I told them if you don't know pulse, you're not sure what you're treating for, and you don't have a measurement to tell you a standard, tell you check pulse that could tell you that whether you're treating the right direction or not, whether the patient respond or not. So this is important. This is important. Okay, right? About Chinese herbs. Let's talk about Chinese herbs. I know if you're acupuncturist, you're none of not all of you doing Chinese herbs. Some country you can't get Chinese herbs, but we do Chinese herbs. If you're a patient, you're watching this video, you know we do herbs. Okay, herbs is not a big thing. So I generally see my fertility patient once weekly for acupuncture with herbs. If without herbs, they need to come 2 or 3 times weekly. Right. If an acupuncturist, you see your patient, you just use acupuncture, you don't use herbs 2 or 3 times. Oh, I forgot about acupuncture in moxibustion, right? If the patient are cold, extremely cold, as a cold person, you want to add on moxibustion. What moxibustion? Where to go moxibustion? 关元 or 气海. Those points, or belly button. What else? 血海, 三阴交. 血海, 三阴交. Those points are very good. Right? When it comes to pain, 合谷 as well. You can do acupressure point on those points, but the tummy point is difficult to do acupressure point. Moxibustion is more suitable. Right? You can do Tai Tong as well. So moxibustion used in those stuff. And Yongquan as well. Okay? Yongquan as well. And we do cupping on belly button. That help a lot. And the belly button cupping is with fire, not the suction cup. Right? The fire cups in there, and we explain to the patient what it's going to do, and we test it out how cold is the female body. It can draw out the coldness out of body. Every cases. There's only one cases that I couldn't draw any coldness. That's my mom. Because she get regular acupuncture in the last 4.5 years. Regular acupuncture and Chinese herbs. One day I said, Mom, let's try this and see how your organ is. I put in there, cupping, and suck it out. And after a few minutes, take it out. There's no coldness in there. Let's try it again. And try it again. There's no coldness in there. But most of my patients, I do it once, I take it out cold. And the second time, I take it out even colder. But as I treat the patient, the coldness become less and less and less and less. And eventually, the coldness gone. So why would suction cup with fire will get out the coldness? That's the theory about it. We are treating the organs, right? We're treating the organs. We know organ through the meridian connect to the entire body. So we want the organs to be healthy. How to get organ to be healthy, function better? How do you know? If there is, we know warm organ, more circulation. Cold organs, lack of circulation. If lack of circulation, the function is less. Does it make sense to you? Right? If it makes sense to you, please reply me. This makes sense to me. Okay. Now, we use cupping Think about when you were a baby in your mommy or human in mom's womb, in the uterus. You don't eat, you don't breathe. Do you breathe and eat? No. How do you get the nutrition and oxygen? How do you get the nutrient and oxygen? Through belly button. So the belly button in human body, it connects to all the organs. So when we do cupping over here, you warm up the cup, you put it in there. The cup is warm. Supposedly, before you put cupping in there, you should feel the hey, I don't suggest you do it yourself now because you haven't been trained. And acupuncture is still, if you haven't watched my video, don't do it yet because we do it with coin and tissue. We don't do this like the fire go there and then put in there. We don't do this. We do the tissue in here and coin in here and light the tissue with one hand in there. And when there's fire, and we cut the cup on top and create a suction. And before that, we explain to patient what's going on. You need to explain to the patient because the patient laying this position and they watch the fire, they're scared. So tell them what's going on, what would happen, and it's very safe. Why it's so safe? You can move that, you just light it like this, and put it in there. There's no dangerous. You won't burn any of people. Okay. So you put it in there, it's so safe. Okay. Explain to the patient and explain why is that, and let them touch tummy, the whole area of tummy and belly button, and feel the temperature first. And if feel the temperatures all good, all warm, and after cupping, why would after cupping that area will be cold? Shouldn't be cold. If it's cold, that means the organs have coldness. The cold energy in there, it pull out the coldness. When you pull out the coldness, means the coldness is less in the organ, so that help the circulation. And it's a test as well. How well the treatment going? As you keep going treatment, the coldness will be less and less and less and less, and you progressing, you're improving. Does it make sense? Okay, Chinese herbs. That's about infertility. I do this for all the female infertility treatment. Okay, and I do acupuncture for all infertility treatment, and I do Chinese herbs for all infertility treatment. Unless there's patient that worry about Chinese herbs, they're not familiar and they can't take it and they don't want to do that for some other reasons. Okay, then we do acupuncture twice weekly. Okay, with herbs, I can just do acupuncture once weekly. Right, let's talk about Chinese herbs now. So if the patient has stomach and spleen weak, 六君子汤、参苓白术散、理中汤 of kidney problem, 附子汤、八味肾气丸 or 六味肾气丸 ，okay, or 肾气丸。If it's what heart problem, you can use 黄连。You use 黄连。Not sleeping well, you can use 黄连 or 酸枣仁。Okay, this is Chinese herb, and you want to you want to get the blood quality better. 四物汤 or that's called 桃红四物汤、少腹足鱼汤 pain 少腹足鱼汤、血府足鱼汤 or 桂枝茯苓丸。This is all Chinese herb, and it's so simple to use. So simple to use, and I recommend Kirsten. Both Kirsten, one is in America, one is in Australia, and both of them are great master to follow. That's it for today. We mentioned about Chinese herbs. We're not going to go deep into Chinese herbs, but we use Chinese herbs this up. But my Chinese herbs, I take the pulse and I give because when I needle my patient, the pulse balance, I know when I use the herb, the pulse will even better. It'll keep the pulse stable. It'll help the organs a lot. Okay, this is what I do. So I do the herbs are quite different with other fertility acupuncturists. Okay, I still use the su tang or things like that, but I use more about the organs medicine. And you don't have to cook it. You're not taking the powder. You just drink tea. So simple. Okay, that's it for today. And this is the infertility treatment. Infertility treatment for female. So I hope this helped. If it helps you, please let me know that it helps. Okay, if it doesn't, or you want me to cover more about this, then you can let me know. Okay, this chapter is about acupuncture and Chinese medicine for infertility treatment. If you're patient, you're welcome to see us. If you watch this video, we're in Hamilton, Dunsdale. So the town closest to us is in Cambridge. What? Melville, Tiaramutu, and we have clinic in Cambridge as well, and in Auckland, West Auckland, and we have another one coming up soon. We're not quite sure exactly the address yet, but we just talking about that the other one coming up soon in Auckland. So in this Auckland, we're gonna train. I won't be there, but I will train a very good acupuncturist to treat infertility treatment for you. Okay, we have a whole set of training in our clinic, herbs and acupuncture on all the point, and I train all my acupuncturists, and the one that currently in my clinic, she's been very successful to treat, have a lot of people to get pregnant successfully using my method. So we've been treating infertility treatment for up to 14 years. So yes, we have strategy in there. So don't worry about that. You should come and see us. We are expert. So if you worry about whether acupuncture is suitable for you, simple. Call 0784679956. Down there you will see it, or on our Facebook page, or Google us, Center of Balance, Hamilton, and go to our website and check on us. Then up to 15 minutes pre-assessment, and that's free. You're not sure about it, up to 15 minutes pre-assessment, that's free. And the initial examination, we charge $120, when we load down to $40. So an hour, if you're in a form, very complete form, and come in for initial examination, it's only cost you $40. Then we're gonna sit down and go through your form and give you a diagnosis according to Chinese medicine. If we can't see any wrong with you, we won't give you treatment. No diagnosis, no treatment. If there's diagnosis according to Chinese medicine, we can find things out of balance for you, and it'll give you a treatment plan. We set our goal, we give a treatment care plan, what can bring you to the goal. Acupuncture, Chinese herb, moxibustion, cupping, heat treatment, diet, emotional daily practice, acupressure program at home. So including a lot, not just acupuncture. Then in the end, we discuss about the price, right? Everything comes with the cost. So we'll let you know before you start the treatment. Does it make sense to you? We always give treatment plan to our patient. So we're very clear what goal is it, what treatment you get, and how much you're going to spend on. And not exactly what. I mean, estimate time. When are you going to see the results? We're going to discuss all this in there. Yep. If you're not sure about it, come in for 15 minutes pre-assessment. Right. So I have to talk about all this. If you're an acupuncturist, you know what we operate for. And I need to talk about all those things for my patient or potential patient. If you're on Facebook, on our page, or on our Instagram or YouTube. Okay. I'll see you tomorrow morning. Tomorrow night, Friday night, is we're gonna have a acupuncture and Chinese medicines to treat migraine. Real case study. Tomorrow night, that's in Chinese. On Saturday night is in English. If you watch this video and you haven't signed up, please leave a comment on our Facebook, and you should sign up. Okay. See you next time. See you tomorrow morning. Stay awesome. Bye bye. Oh, I've just seen that Veronica leave a lot of messages. Yes, it makes sense. Take good care. Bless you. Very well explained. Thank you. Stomach 42, 45. That makes sense to you. Okay. Sorry, Eric, I didn't see the comment because it doesn't show me. Okay, let me show you because I don't know the English, the code of the English. Stomach, okay, stomach is 42, 45. You're right. Okay. Eric say, thank you, it makes sense. Can a Chinese word be in capsule form? Yes. Veronica, Chinese word can be in capsule form, no problem at all. Thank you, Sunan. Have a great day. Thank you, Eric. Thank you very much, Eric and Veronica, supporting me every morning in here with me. Thank you very much. Stay awesome. Love you all. See you tomorrow. Oops, what's wrong? Amida, how are you? Nida, how are you? Thank you for being here with me and on our Facebook. Hi everyone, welcome to Center of Balance Live. I'm Sunan Phua from Center of Balance, the acupuncturist. Now today our topic is about female infertility treatment. Female infertility treatment. Now, yesterday morning we talked about female infertility treatment number 1. But today we're going to talk about female infertility number 2. Number 1 is all about Western medicine. Number 2 is all about Chinese medicine and acupuncture.